One of the things the ancients used to do is symbolize the yearly cycle of the sun as the life of a man. They would symbolize the sun at December the 25th as a baby. He would grow up, and then at the summer solstice, the peak of the sun's power, they would depict the sun as a man who was immensely strong with long golden hair, symbolic of the rays of the sun being at their fiercest and greatest at that point. As the sun came down into the autumn and entered the house of Virgo the Virgin, the house of Delilah, they used to depict this sun man having his hair get shorter as the rays of the sun got less and less powerful. And then round here he was depicted like we depict old Father Time. But of course what I've just told is the story of Samson. Sam the sun, which we're then told to take literally, and whole bloody religions come out of it. Now this symbol in itself is not negative at all. It's just a symbol. It just symbolizes something. But because of the focus on the sun of the Illuminati, because of their understanding, it became part of the Illuminati secret language, and we start to see it around us all the time when we realize it exists. You watch from now on. That's what this is, the Celtic cross. It's the circle and the cross. I took that in a graveyard in Ireland, and that's what this is. The obsession with symbolism and ritual is just incredible. You'll see that. I mean, it'll get more and more astonishing as the evening goes along, just what's in our face around us all the time, which we haven't seen. But the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, is a wholly owned subsidiary and the creation of the Illuminati. It's being more and more manipulated, as you know, you can see in my books years ago and many other people's books too. It's being manipulated to become the world police force, the world army. That's what Bosnia and Kosovo is about. And there's the symbol. This is the CIA in America. Again, the cross and the rays of the sun on the cross. This sun obsession because of their knowledge of what the sun is doing. And now you can harness that energy and use it against as well as for the people. Now, it even goes, and you'll see some amazing stuff about this as we go along, it even goes into the street plans of the major Illuminati cities. At this time, the operational level of manipulation, coordination, central point, is the City of London, for reasons we'll come to. But Paris is also a major Illuminati center, and always has been, and that's why Diana died there, in her ritual assassination. And here we have the center of the Paris street plan, the Arc de Triomphe, and the arch is very much secret society symbolism. That's why we have the Royal Arch of Freemasonry. And you have the circle, it's called the Atoli Circle, the Star Circle, and going off from there are 12 streets. It is that symbol again in the street plan of Paris. And in Paris they've even gone so far as to put the sun on the friggin' road, all around it. And when we get further into the evening, you'll see just how obsessive this is and how it's in our face. And it's not just to take the piss. It's for other reasons too. Reasons of resonating energy to a certain frequency. Now, this is a picture I took in the City of London, the epicenter of operational manipulation of the planet through these Illuminati networks. This was formerly the Financial Times building. It's now a financial operation. It's opposite St. Paul's Cathedral. Again, there's the zodiac circle, and there's the sun on the center. And that face is actually supposed to be that of Winston Churchill. Very appropriate, because Winston Churchill is one of the bloodlines. He's an offshoot of the Marlborough bloodline. And that's why Winston Churchill was Prime Minister during the war. Amazing how simple history gets when you get behind the veil. Now, some of the great initiates, some of them with a positive agenda, some of them with anything but, have manifested as great writers and artists. According to a book called Holy Blood, Holy Grail, the artist Leonardo da Vinci, who painted this very famous picture, The Last Supper, was a grand master of a highly elite secret society, still going today, called the Priory of Sion, S-I-O-N. Interesting, in the Sanskrit language, which again very much goes back to these bloodlines in the ancient world, because if you look at conventional history even, never mind challenging alternative history, you find that it was, according to conventional history, a, quote, Aryan race, a white race, that went out of the Caucasus Mountains area into the Indus Valley and took the stories that manifested as the Indus Valley culture. And in Sanskrit, the sun is called, no, it's not called that. It's called Siona, S-I-O-N-A. And for me, this elite secret society based in France, the Priory of Sion, is actually the Priory of the Sun. Leonardo da Vinci was a grand master of it. So what he's done here is use this same symbol in his picture. He symbolized Jesus as the sun, and the halo around the head is how the ancients used to depict their sun gods, to show that their god was the sun. And he's broken up the 12 disciples into 4 sets of 3. And that's why the guy's looking the other way there, and there's the gap there too. The same symbol. And it's interesting. I mean, tell me, I'm looking for the answer here. Is there a universal law that says that every religious deity has to have 12 followers or 12 disciples? Because they all seem to have them. And we get King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, the Zodiac Circle. How many knights was that? Oh yeah, 12. The symbolism is all around us, and if we get pulled into taking it literally, we're going to lose the plot big time, and we have. Again, many of the ancient deities used to be depicted with this around their head, symbolic of the sun. This is a Phoenician standing stone found in Scotland, and this is their sun god, Bel. And there's the halo, depicting that Bel was in fact the sun. So let's start our journey across what we call history. Out of this ancient Near Middle Eastern area, where this phenomenal knowledge was and where these key bloodlines were seeded thousands and thousands of years ago, came overwhelmingly white peoples across land, and they changed their name from time to time, but when you do the research and follow the language and other common themes, you find that they were simply different names for the same peoples. But this took time to go across land. Earlier than that, around 3000 BC or before, an advanced people, again a white race, from this area, who history calls the Phoenicians, went by sea around Spain and up into what we call today Britain. And they took the North African culture and parked it in the British Isles. It has become the British culture, and of course, in its various forms, it's rapidly becoming the world culture. The Phoenicians have been marginalized by conventional history. Yes, the Phoenicians existed. Now let's get on to something that really matters. They are fundamental to understanding so much. Phoenician artifacts have been found in North America. Thousands of years BC, they went there. They've been found in Brazil. They have been found in Queensland, Australia. And they worshipped a number of deities which are very significant. One of them was called Bharat, the male, that became Baritan. And if you look in the Indus Valley, through here, in the other direction, you'll find a number of their gods were very close to the word Bharat. The female deity